what I want us to do now is to actually figure out a promo, or at least talk through how I do this from seemingly the top of my head, because I've done a couple of random articles there, quick as you like. So this next prompt, random article, active cylinder control. My God. Dialmer AG's active cylinder control, easy for you to say, ACC is a variable displacement technology. It debuted in 2001 on the 5.LV12, on the CL600, and the S600. What's variable displacement technology? Variable displacement is an automotive engine technology that allows engine displacement to change, usually deactivating cylinders. Right, engines. We're talking about engines, specifically automobile, car engines. So you think car engines. First thing, car, vroom. Vroom. Okay, so we have that to play. We're going to play off the noise of an engine, the revving of an engine, the revving up of an engine, building up to speed, creating speed, winning a race, having the engine to win a match. You're a professional wrestler and you're going to do a promo and focus on engines and power and clutches and brakes and taking in all of this information, all these themes. Would work with Bob Holly a few years ago. But what would you do? How would you use an engine? The verbiage of engines, the theme of engines, if you were a wrestler? Is it a good gimmick? Ladies and gentlemen, he is all revved up. Big vroom. Vroom, vroom. What could we use? What type of car? What's the best kind of car that you could be as a professional wrestler? Would you like to be like a classic kind of speedster? You want to go like grease lightning, drag racing, flames on the side? What's grease lightning? Or would you like to be a modern equivalent? I know nothing about cars. Bugatti Veyron. There you go. Is that a nice car? Aston Martin. Da, 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 da. Jimmy Bond. What about cars could we use? Simply could you go, oh, I'm going to put the brakes on my opponent. Not a bad name for a finisher, right there. Variable displacement. Kind of sounds like a lumbar check. Suplex into the lung blower. Bah. What could we do? What could we use? You can use anything. You can use any type of prompt to gain an interesting angle for a promo. So you have engines and brakes and revving and a race to the finish. Dafengying Township. Dafengying Township. I'm pronouncing that wrong. Is a rural township. Okay. In Shenzhou, according to the 2010 census, has a population of 31,000. Good even Phil Croker with that. There you go. Including 16,102 males and 15. The lads are winning. 15,806. What about me? Where would I go? People aged. There's 4,387 people aged under 14 and 24, and apparently 130. So you're thinking ages, generations, numbers of people. Are you going to this town? Can you say, I went on a trip to get away from it all, and I went to Dafengying Township. the beautiful, small, quaint village. And they reminded me what it meant to be all the cities I go to, all the stadiums I fill out, the stadiums I filled out are more than the entire population of this town. And I was there, not as a traveler, not as a guest. I was there as a student to remind myself what it really means to connect to a community away from the hustle, the bustle, and the noise. Oh, the noise my opponent makes. I would advise all of you to take a trip, not to a place, but to yourself. And do you know? Do you really know what it means to be connected? Because I'm going to connect you again and again and again. So much so, you're going to wish you were in that beautiful Chinese township. I'm going to knock you clean the fuck out, and you're going to wake up talking Chinese. Or at least it'll sound like that. Because you won't have any teeth left. They won't know what you're saying, and it won't matter because I am going to win. Not just for me, but for this community and everything we stand for. Because we are here and we will win. Because we beats me. When I have everyone behind me, all their support and all their cheers and all their energy. It's just as simple as a quaint Chinese town. It's just that simple. Bam. I wonder, will we go there in our holidays? Promo complete. At a certain, I kind of blacked out there. What happened? I felt like I was actually talking Chinese there for a second. What did I get? What was that? Kick out? Near fall? Feels near fall. Bit rambly. Needed an opponent there. I needed someone else to work off. That's what I need. I need people. Not just topics. I need people to do promos on. Have a think about that.